What was your first step into the world of trading?
I opened up a demo account and I just immediately started to learn lot size, how to work MetaTrader, risk to reward. I mean, I just did everything random as could be before I even tried to go on, let's say, a prop firm or my own live account.
What advice would you give to people who are blowing accounts or they're going from one challenge to another with no success?
Real simple, just don't quit, don't give up, don't ever think it's fake. You really can make money from the market. My lifetime, I probably spent about 1,000 on challenges before I even got a payout.
Today we have a very special guest here with us, a trader with a lifetime payout of over $33,000 just with AquaFunded alone, someone we can all learn much from. So make sure to get rid of any distractions, subscribe for much more value coming up, and without any further ado, let's get on with it. Hey everyone, my name is Dini. I've been a Forex trader for over 6 years. I have a YouTube channel with over 170,000 subscribers. And of course, I'm also a proud team member of AquaFunded. As I previewed before, we have one of our most skilled traders here at AquaFunded with us who will be giving us incredibly valuable insight. So I'd like to welcome Sekyah. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So, Sekyah, could you give us a quick introduction about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Sekyah. I've been trading going on 3 years. Actually, this month, 3 years. Really, all I do. I used to play basketball. I turned pro in Colombia, South America in 2018. And then I tore my Achilles in 2020. And then I found trading.
Oh, wow. And how was it when you found trading? How did you find it? Was through a friend? Was it online? Like what got you into it?
It was completely random. I was playing the video game and I have two monitors. So I have YouTube on one, the game on the other. I went to use the bathroom, came back, and a guy named Swaggy C, his video auto played on YouTube. I've never looked up Forex. I never looked up any of that. And when I came back, it caught my attention. And ever since then, I've just been hooked. All I do is study or watch any type of Forex videos now.
Would you say that's how you got started with trading? Was that your origin? The first
Yep,
time?
that's the first time I ever seen it.
Okay. What was your first step into the world of trading?
I opened up a demo account and I just immediately started to learn lot size, how to work MetaTrader, risk to reward. I mean, I just did everything random as could be before I even tried to go on, let's say, a prop firm or my own live account.
Did you struggle in the beginning in terms of, you know, when I started trading, I felt like the biggest struggle for me was, there being a lot of information. And I didn't really know how to narrow it down and really like find what worked for me. Did you have that same issue as well?
Yeah, I had a little bit of beginner's luck because after like the first month of demo trading, I went and got a 100K count. I passed it, um, but I also had what's it called? Unrealistic expectations. So I was making like 14K a day on that 100K count. So the very first day I made 5 grand, my greed got to me and I ended up blowing that account and never got a payout from it.
Why do you use prop firms? And what would you say are the advantages and how it's helped your trading career?
So I use prop firms just because it's a lot easier to get into and make the type of money that you're kind of looking for. So I started in 2021, I was probably 22 maybe at the time. And I wasn't working because I tore my Achilles, so I didn't have money to really reinvest. So those little 5K, 10K accounts that were like 50, $100 allowed me to get used to trading the normal market. So prop firms help you build that capital so you can go also have your own live capital. So that way you have multiple sources of income.
That's really good. And what would you say stands out about AquaFunded? What do you like about AquaFunded?
Number one is the customer service. It's unmatched. I've had every prop firm you can think of, almost all the top prop firms. And AquaFunded is the only one that if I have a question or I have any problems, I know I can immediately go to the Discord, contact somebody, and a lot of the time Lewis is the one that helps me out as well. So knowing that I can get direct help at any time makes me feel so comfortable and secure also when I have profits made into the company.
You've made over $33,000 in payouts, and I think you started with a 10K challenge, if I'm right.
Yes.
So how much did you have to invest into these challenges to get there? And like, what would you say was your thinking process behind buying challenges to get funded?
So my lifetime, I probably spent about 6,000 on challenges before I even got a payout. But with AquaFunded, it was actually just perfect timing. I had just blown an account on phase two, and I got sponsored on Instagram, and I seen it was the startup date. So you guys were doing, I think, what, 50% off?
Yeah.
And I ended up buying, I think, two 200K accounts or two 100K accounts for almost nothing. Ended up blowing it, but I really liked the way you guys were. So I went and got a 10K. And I just used the 10K, got my payout through the 10K, bought a 200K, got a payout through the 200K, bought another 200K. And I just gradually grew it as I could.
Yeah, that leads me to my next question. I want to get into your trading style, and your approach. So, what would you say is your trading style, and could you walk us through your approach to navigating the forex markets?
Yeah, would you like me to share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
I trade as an intraday, but I enter as a scalper. So I guess you can say I trade smart money concept as well, or ICT, but I just supply and demand is all I do. So my biggest thing is I'll just look to see where we have supply, where we have demand. And my biggest thing is I look for it on the 1 hour. My supply and my demands on a 1 hour because I'm an intraday. And once I hit my 1 hour demand or supply, for instance, down here, I'll drop down to the 5 or 15 and I'll look for a change of character. Once I get a change of character, my entry is always on the 1 minute and I literally just look for a bullish pattern. And it's literally that simple. And I target the next supply if it's from demand to the next supply.
Okay, and how would you say you time your entries? What would be your justification for the entry, and what times would you likely enter certain trades?
So I only trade US 30. I wake up at 7:30. The earliest I'll get in is like 9:20. And what I've noticed with US 30, a lot of the times there'll be like a lot of volatility between 9:30 to about 10. And then 11 and 12, it slows down. And then around 1 to 2, it starts to pick back up. So I'll look to trade sometimes between 9:20 and 10 or 9:20 and 11. And then I'll also come back maybe around 1:30 and look for a second trade if it presents itself.
Okay, and what would you say is your risk reward usually?
Usually anywhere between a 1 to 4 to like a 1 to 8.
Yeah.
Because I enter off the 1 minute, so I enter as a scalper, so I'm able to tighten my stop loss a little bit more.
So, Sekyah, my next question would be, knowing your trading style and your approach, what is your advice on anyone that's watching right now? They want to know how can they pass these challenges and also get the payouts.
I mean, it's real simple. You just take your time, trust your analysis, and your risk to reward is very, very, very important. You got to think AquaFunded is what, 8% profit target. So if you, for instance, for me, it's a lot easier because my minimum trade is a 1 to 4. So if I catch a 1 to 4 in the morning, if I want to come back later, I can catch another 1 to 4 and be done. But for somebody who, let's say, doesn't do the exact same with risk to reward, they just have to take their time. It's not no rush. That money's going to be there.
Yeah. And would you say it's possible? You spoke about, you've blown an account when you first started. You had the mindset of not giving up, and sticking through it. And, eventually, you've made over $33,000. Um, what advice would you give to people who are blowing accounts, and they're going from one challenge to another with no success?
I mean, it's real simple. Just don't quit, don't give up, don't ever think it's fake. You really can make money from the markets. I had a bunch of people tell me that it wasn't possible to make money from the markets. What I was doing was wasting my time and it was fake. And you just got to block out everybody and focus, because it's a real thing and unlimited cap. You can make a lot of money as long as you don't give up. It can take a year, 2, 3, maybe even 8, but once it hits, it goes fast.
Yeah. And one last question, for a younger Sekyah, or for those aspiring to become successful traders that are maybe beginners or still struggling, what piece of advice would you give them?
Study as much as you can. 1 hour a day, really, you can do it, but it's really not enough. I feel like you should invest into your knowledge. Find somebody who trades like you or that you would like to trade like, and just study, do not give up, and always follow your trading plan. Always, because losses are going to happen and you're just going to have to get used to it.
Thank you so much, Sekyah, for sharing your insight and experience with us. We're happy to have you here at AquaFunded. For everyone that's watching, we hope you learned something today. If you want to see a part 2 to this interview with Sekyah, let us know in the comments below. And that's it for this video.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You guys can get your AquaFunded challenge today. We currently have a nice discount live that you can see on the website aquafunded.com with 90% profit split and easy to achieve 8% profit targets, as well as fast bi-weekly payouts. You could be a funded trader making a nice income sooner than you think. And of course, if you found this interview valuable, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content from AquaFunded. I mean, we are giving away a 100K account at 5,000 subscribers, so you might as well. That was it from me today. See you soon.